guys? We are back with another song by Eminem, and we're still doing the Eminem Show album, right?
Correct.
I'm learning.
Yes.
What song are we doing today, though?
Today we are doing Without Me.
I only know that one.
Yeah.
That was big.
Yes.
Like, really big.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was the lead single off the album.
Is that his biggest song ever?
Well, that's
Or
a good
is
question.
the spaghetti?
Lose Yourself?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know which is his biggest song ever, now that you mention it. This was huge. So, like I said when we first started the album, this was his best-selling album. I'm not sure if this is the most popular song or not.
Hmm.
I'll have to look that up.
It might be the spaghetti one.
Lose Yourself.
Yeah,
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 you
yeah.
guys could comment, let us know.
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
sure it changes, or is there like a clear-cut winner?
yeah, I guess
Like
it
maybe Rap
depends.
God is his biggest song? I know that one too.
So it's tough to say because this has been out for a lot longer than that. So you have all of that, like, decade, whatever it was
That's
beforehand,
true.
and then this views now. And then oh, I did want to say, so you obviously know this song.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a music video. We're
Yeah.
not doing that now. We'll do it at
I think
some
I know
point.
the music video too.
So this is the music video I was thinking of when we were doing
Yes,
business.
with the Superman.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
when we were doing business, I was like, oh yeah, there's a music video because I was thinking the Batman and Robin, but that was
Yeah.
wrong. I was thinking of this one. So
Well, yeah, that's funny. I actually know this music video.
that's funny.
But don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media channels. I promise I will be more active there soon. Well, we will, but I'm the one who posts on. That's why I say I. Um, and yeah, links in the description below. You're with Smith.
Yes. All right, let's go.
Obi Trice, real name, no gimmicks.
Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
I've created a monster, cause nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want Shady, I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want Shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with some hard liquor, some vodka that'll jumpstart my heart quicker than a shock when I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor when I'm not cooperating, when I'm rocking the table while he's operating. You waited this long to stop debating, cause I'm back, I'm on the rag and ovulating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicating. So the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me. So come on and dip, come on your lips, fuck that, come on your lips and some on your tits and get ready, cause this shit's about to get heavy. I just settled all my lawsuits, fuck you, Debbie. Now this is the
Oh, I didn't realize. I guess I never listened to the dirty version of the songs. I only listened to the radio version. I was like, what was that?
Yeah, that's funny.
What?
So it starts off with Obi Trice, literally saying Obi Trice, real name, no gimmicks. There's an allusion to I think it was Proof gave him his name or introduced him that way, something like that.
Oh, so that's
So
like his thing now.
yes, and Eminem had signed Obi Trice and he was trying to promote him, so he took a snippet from the song and put it at the beginning of his own song to, get
Yeah, because
him
I
more
know his
exposure.
name, but I have no idea who he is at all. I
Yeah,
know him from this song, I think.
yeah, that's funny. So it starts off two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
What does that mean? My
Okay.
whole life. Anytime I've heard this song, I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, so I didn't
And I
know
was like, I
either.
don't know.
I didn't know either. There's actually two things to say about that. So there was a song called, I forget the name of it. Um, something Girls. It's like a song from the 80s. It's like some town. I forget what it was. I don't remember. It's whatever girls. And in the song, he says, two whatever girls go around the outside.
Oh,
But
okay.
also the two girls go around the outside. That's a like a line dancing
Oh, like in
directional.
square dancing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what
Yes.
that ultimately is. And
It's when you get to the end of the line and you go back around to the very end of
what
you get to the beginning of the line, you go back around to the end of the
yeah, so I didn't know what that was forever, but so it's a reference to that. And there was another artist who he might have been a white rapper. I'm not sure now, but whatever. He had a song back in the day where he said to whatever girls, wherever he was from, go around the outside. So it's a little tip of the cap to that person, that song.
line.
And
Interesting. I always thought it was something like sexual.
no, well, I guess the Trailer Park Girls kind of, but
Yeah.
And then guess who's back, back again, and then guess who's back, all the way, down. So then he starts off, I've created a monster because nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want Shady. I'm chopped liver. So again, he's alluding to a common theme in this whole album. He's famous, he's huge, he has all the fucking attention in the world. This is his third album. He's like a superstar at this point. And, they don't want Marshall Mathers, they
Yeah, they
want
want
Slim
his
Shady.
like the character he's created.
Exactly. So then he says, well, if you want shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with some hard liquor. So he makes numerous references in Relapse, the album. He talks about it too, that all Slim Shady is him when he's fucked up.
That's
Liquor, weed.
funny.
Yeah, and
That makes
the
sense.
song of Relapse, he says, he's like, all Shady is a bottle of hair bleach and vodka. So he makes that illusion again that, Shady's just the fucked up version of him.
Yeah.
And then he says, some vodka that'll jumpstart my heart quicker than a shock. When I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor, when I'm not cooperating, when I'm rocking the table while he's operating.
So funny.
Yes.
So when I was little, when I heard this part, I didn't understand it fully. So like I thought Eminem was the one being operated on. But what I
Yeah.
picture
So
so
in the
what I
music
picture in
video,
my head is he like Eminem's just in the doctor's in the hospital in the ER like fucking around with a doctor who's operating on someone else.
no, so on him, so he's operating. So in the music video, he's on a gurney Eminem, and I believe he's getting shocked. And I believe they're operating on him, and he's fucking with the doctor while he's operating on him. At least that's always the way I took it. But I
Yeah.
do believe in the music video, that's what they show, you know.
Okay.
So then he says, "You waited this long, now stop debating, because I'm back. I'm on the rag and ovulating."
It's kind of funnier the other way. Like Eminem just like showed up in the
Yeah,
operating room and he's just fucking with the doctor and like mid operation.
yeah, it's funny. So when he says you waited this long, now stop debating, this is, like I said, I believe this is the lead single off the album. So this is the first album since obviously the last one. You know what I mean? So people were waiting to hear from him, his new music. So he's saying you waited this long, now stop debating.
And you also, for the men out there, which is like nine, 90% of you guys or 95% of you guys, you can't be on the rag and ovulate at the same time.
Yeah, that's
So it's
funny.
funny that he says that.
Yes. So I believe that what he's saying
Actually, I
by that.
guess you could, but it's just really, really, really rare.
Yeah. So I guess what he means by that line is that he's just complaining. You know what I mean? He's back and he's got a
He's
whole
like
bunch of shit to
bitching like a
say.
woman.
He's got a whole bunch of shit to say. Yeah. So then it says, I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband heart problems complicating. So again, Dick Cheney's wife. Now, Dick Cheney, he's had like something crazy, like I don't know, like 8 heart attacks or something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah. So we had a bunch at that time and then since then. So that's what he's alluding to. Like, leave me the fuck alone. Worry about your husband and his fucked up heart.
So when I was younger, when she says his husband's heart problems complicating, that would always take me back to him rocking the table in the operating room, which I guess is why I would think that that Eminem wasn't the one being operated on. Like maybe it was Dick Cheney being
Yeah.
operated on, but also I don't know.
So I don't remember. I'm trying to remember the music video. We'll get to that at some
Yeah,
point.
no, I think you're right because I think that after seeing the music video, my thoughts on it changed. But then like seeing it again, it brought me back to like, oh, like that's what I did think
Yeah.
initially. I don't know.
It's funny. Um, so then he says, so the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me. So let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me. So again, the FCC, the Federal Communications, I forget what the other C's for. Whatever. They regulate the airwaves.
Commission.
Yeah, it might be.
Because
You
I know the
know,
FTC
they
is the
would.
Federal Trade Commission.
Yeah, so that's probably what it is. So yeah, they used to regulate the airwaves, whatever was going on radio and TV. You
Yeah.
can't curse. They would fine people. So
It was so funny back in the day. They used to actually have to sit there and like hit a bleep button every single time they heard a curse word in something to bleep it
yeah,
out. Now they just get the song with the words changed or whatever. But back in the day, they used to literally sit there and you would hear bleeps on the radio.
yeah,
Like bleep, bleep, bleep.
yeah. That's funny.
Hmm.
So they were obviously messing with Eminem. They had a problem with his content. So he's annoyed at them. And then he goes, so come on and dip, bum on your lips.
Dip.
Fuck that, come on your lips and some on your tits. So again, the bum on your lips is another allusion to Tom Green. Remember the bum bum song? And then so when he says, so come on and dip, bum on your lips. And then he goes, fuck that, come on your lips and some on your tits. So he's saying how MTV has a problem with what he's doing. And then he makes the allusion to Tom Green saying, my bum is on your lips. And then he says, has a more raunchy,
Yeah.
uncensored line. He's like, fuck that, come on your lips and some on your tits. You know what I mean? So he's purposely making it sound more dirty and fucked up.
What is dip? Like,
So dip, I literally mean like dancing. Like, come on, you know what I
um,
mean?
I was thinking like drugs
Nah, I don't think so.
or like packing a lip.
Yeah. So then he says, and get ready because this shit's about to get heavy. I just settled all my lawsuits. Fuck you, Debbie.
That's his mom.
That's his mom.
Okay.
So he settled the lawsuits and he's saying fuck her. All right, we'll keep going now.
You did it. Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. Little hellions, kids feeling rebellious, embarrassed, the parents still listen to Elvis. They start feeling like prisoners helpless, till someone comes along on a mission and yells, bitch! A visionary, vision is scary, can start a revolution, polluting the airwaves, a rebel. So just let me revel and bask in the fact that I got everyone kissing my ass, and it's a disaster, such a catastrophe for you to see so damn much of my ass. You ask for me, well I'm back. Fix your minutes and I'm tuning in, and I'm gonna enter in and up under your skin like a splinter. The center of attention, back for the winner. I'm interesting, the best things in wrestling, investing in your kids' ears and nesting. Testing, attention please. Feel the tension, soon as someone mentions me. Here's my 10 cents, my 2 cents is free. A nuisance, who sent? You sent for me? Now.
So the chorus, now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me because we need a little controversy, but it feels so empty without me. So again, so this looks like a job for me. It's an allusion to like being a superhero, like he is in the video. You know what I mean? Similar to Business, the song that I got it confused with.
Yeah.
It's like the same, this looks like a
Same
job for me.
vibe.
Yeah. And then the controversy, and then it's empty without him.
Yeah.
So then he starts the next verse. Little hellions.
I always thought he was saying alien. That's
No.
hellion.
So hellion, like hellish little minion children. You know what I mean? Like little badass kids. Little hellions, kids feeling rebellious, embarrassed. Their parents still listen to Elvis. So, they don't like that. They're embarrassed. They start feeling like prisoners, helpless, till someone comes along on a mission and yells, bitch, which that's him. you
Oh,
know,
okay.
he's the one that comes along and yells, bitch, and they like it. A vision.
Mission.
Yeah. So someone comes along on a mission and yells, bitch.
While you're
So
in prison?
what's up?
I don't get it. He says he's like, they start feeling like they're prisoners until someone comes
So
along on a mission and yells, bitch. I don't get it.
So Eminem's the one that's on a mission to
Oh, to save
he's
them or whatever?
yeah, he's
Oh,
rapping.
okay.
They're embarrassed. Their parents listen to Elvis, and he
Because it's
comes in with
clean
this
and boring
with
and they
this
want like
this
raunchy,
hip hop shit.
inappropriate, like,
Yeah.
Okay, swear words. Yes,
Yes.
got it.
So then he says, a visionary, vision is scary, could start a revolution, polluting the airwaves, a rebel. So just let me revel and bask in the fact that I've got everyone kissing my ass. So again, he's saying he's a visionary, but his vision is scary, and that he could start a revolution and polluting the airwaves. Again, it's an allusion to the fucked up his lyrics, the fucked up shit he says. And he's a rebel. So he says let him revel and bask in the fact that everyone's kissing his ass. So he's very cognizant of the fact that he's the center of attention.
Yeah, he likes it.
Yes. Um, and it's a disaster, such a catastrophe for you to see so damn much of my ass. You asked for me? Well, I'm back. Na 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 na. Na. That's like again the Batman. Yeah. Then he says, "Fix your bent antenna, tune it in, and then I'm gonna enter it in and up under your skin like a splinter." So yeah, it's I remember for years I could not figure out what the fuck he was saying there. Where he goes, "Fix it into an minute." I was like, I have no clue what he's saying, but these lyrics are yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So then yeah,
So
fix
like
your
he
bent
fix your
antenna,
antenna, then he's
tune it
gonna come
in,
in through the
yeah,
speakers, and then he's gonna be under your
put it
skin.
under and up in your skin like a splinter. Yeah.
Hmm.
The center of attention, back for the winter. I'm interesting. The best thing since wrestling. So he likes wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling was huge when I
Yeah.
was little. I didn't watch it, but like,
Yeah, I did.
yeah.
Yes, my uncle's a wrestler.
So is your cousin.
And my cousin, professional.
What's his name again?
Hook and Taz. Yes. Um, so it says infesting in your kids' ears and nesting, testing, attention please. Feel the tension soon as someone mentions me. So again, his lyric, he's the best thing since wrestling. He's infesting kids' ears with his lyrics and his content. And then he goes testing, attention please, like he's speaking to the youth, making sure they're listening. He says, feel the tension as soon as someone mentions me. Here's my 10 cents. My 2 cents is free. A nuisance. Who sent? You sent for me? So yeah, he's saying, so, the phrase putting in your 2 cents, it's like
Yeah,
your
like giving your
opinion.
opinion,
Yeah, so I guess,
usually when it's not asked for.
yeah, so he's saying he's given his 10 cents, which is
A lot of
even,
opinions.
yes, and then the 2 cents are free. And then he's a nuisance. Who sent? You sent for me?
So you just sent.
Yes. So it's crazy. This song, it's funny when I think about it. I think of it as like one of those silly pop songs,
But it's really good.
and the rhyme scheme is very like actually technical. Like he's doing some really cool shit here. It's very interesting.
Yeah, like this became such a big pop hit that like the actual rhyme scheme pretty much goes unnoticed.
Yeah, there's a lot of rhymes within. It's sick. All right, we'll
Mhm.
keep going here.
Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I just get a tasket, I go tit for tat with anybody who's talking this shit, that shit. Chris Kirkpatrick, you can get your ass kicked worse than the Middle and Biscuit bastards. And Moby, you can get stomped by Obi. You 36-year-old boy that fag low me. You don't know me, you're too old, let go, it's over. Nobody listen to techno, now let's go. Just give me the signal, I'll be there with a whole list full of new insults. I've been dope, suspenseful with a pencil ever since Prince turned himself into a symbol. But sometimes the shit just seems everybody only wants to discuss me. So this must mean I'm disgusting. But it's just me, I'm just obscene. So I'm not the first king of controversy. I am the worst thing since Elvis Presley to do black music so selfishly and use it to get myself wealthy. Hey, there's a concept that works. 20 million other white rappers emerge, but no matter how many fish in the sea, it'll be so empty without me. Now this
So he starts the third verse. A tisket, a tasket.
Mhm.
I go tit for tat with
That's cool.
anybody who's talking this shit, that shit. So tisket, tasket, I believe is a nursery rhyme.
Yeah, and green and yellow basket.
Oh yeah, you actually know it? That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't think I know it. I just knew that it was a thing.
I
You know
just
what I
know
mean?
the next line is a green and yellow basket. That's as far as I know.
That's funny. And then he says I go tit for tat, with
Mhm.
anybody who's talking this shit, that shit. Chris Kirkpatrick,
He was in NSYNC,
you can get your ass kicked. So,
right?
I think so. So
Yeah.
I remember when this came out.
He's the one with the hair, right?
So I'm not
The
sure. I
hair.
do believe he is in sync,
He's
but
the one with the hair.
when this first came out, I actually didn't know who that was by name. You know who I was thinking of, which is so funny. I was thinking of who was I thinking of?
I don't know.
Who did I think it was? I thought it was I don't know why I was imagining Patrick Stewart, which his name is the guy from Star Wars, whose name is totally different. I don't know why, but yeah.
I don't
I
know.
didn't know who it was, but yes, you're correct. It's someone from NSYNC. I don't know what he looks like.
He's got the hair.
Yeah. Chris
I don't know
Kirk.
why I keep doing that, but if you look at a picture of him, you'll get it. He's got the hair.
That's funny. So he says, Chris Kirkpatrick, you can get your ass kicked worse than the little Limp Bizkit bastards.
So that was fast. They were friends. They only have friends.
Yes, so last album, there was a
Love
little
Limp
bit of a
Bizkit.
shout out, and then, yeah. And Moby, you can get stomped by Obi.
I like Moby too.
It's funny.
I
So,
like Southside
Obi Trice, I actually
with
like
Gwen
that song too.
Stefani.
Yeah. So he's saying he's not even gonna fuck with them. He's just gonna send Obi after him. Moby, you can get stomped by Obi. You 36-year-old bald-headed fag, blow me.
Yeah, those are
So
not the original. Those are not the words that I know.
yeah,
I think it's a
so
36-year-old guy. You don't know me. I think he
yeah,
just cuts that whole part
he
out.
might. So Moby was talking shit, saying that Eminem, like, oh yeah, people think it's like funny and it's a joke, but he's really misogynist and racist and sexist and homophobic and anti-Semitic, like just literally every bad thing you could be.
I like
Moby's,
Moby, but he can be obnoxious.
yeah.
Like when we watched,
Oh, the Woodstock doc.
yes, the Woodstock documentary, there was a big board with all the band and everybody's names on it, and
Yeah.
he was complaining because he was not actually
It
on the
was,
board.
or I thought it was like really small and
Well,
everybody else had big ones.
he was in the
I know.
techno tent.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was even on it because it was just like the headliners, like the bands that people came for. The techno tent was just like a bonus, like, hey,
Yeah,
you
he's
can
being a
go rave
baby.
and do ecstasy. But he was actually like looking at every single band that wasn't as popular as he is in his mind.
Yeah.
And he was like, The Offspring, why are they there? It's like, hello,
Yeah, I
what do
remember
you
that.
mean?
He's a little bit of a baby.
Yeah, I mean, man,
Um,
baby, but I like some of his music.
yeah. So then he says, "You don't know me. You're too old. Let go. It's over. Nobody listens to techno." Which at that time was relatively true.
Yeah,
There
it
was
was
always a
more of
techno scene, but
like a fringe. It's like more like an underground thing, but then it blows up only a few years after this.
well, I mean, I believe so. This is 2002, so the Sound Factory, I believe, was still around in Manhattan, which is
And then
big,
it turned into Pasha.
Yeah. So there was always an element, but not the way it became like, what, 10 years ago it was huge.
Yeah, it started taking off around like 2006. 2005, 2006, it starts to get a little big. And then like by 2008, it's huge. 2009, 2010.
Yeah. All right. So then he says, it's over. Nobody listens to techno. Now let's go. Just give me the signal. I'll be there with a whole list full of new
The
insults.
signal is like the bat
Yeah,
signal,
yeah,
but like the Eminem, the Shady signal,
yeah, the E or whatever.
the Eminem signal.
Yeah. I'll be there with a whole list full of new insults. I've been dope, suspenseful with a pencil ever since Prince turned himself into a symbol. So I don't know if you remember that. He used to go by the artist formerly known as Prince because he changed his name to a
Yeah,
symbol that nobody could pronounce.
I
Um,
didn't know that part.
yeah,
I was young.
and says, but sometimes the shit just seems like everybody only wants to discuss me. So this must mean I'm disgusting,
It's so funny.
but it's just me. I'm just obscene. It's a sick fucking line.
Yeah, it is really funny.
And then he says, no, I'm not the first king of controversy, but I am the worst thing since Elvis Presley to do black
Mm,
music so selfishly and use it to get myself wealthy. So a little
interesting. That's the first
nod.
time I heard those lyrics for what they are.
Yeah, so he's a nod to the fact that he's in a predominantly black field, and
Mm,
he's like, I get it, I'm doing black people music. And he's actually making light, making a joke, obviously, of it here, but
yeah.
truth is said in jest, he's acknowledging, you know what I mean? Um, and then he says, and then you hear the hey. which is it's funny. So he says there's a concept that works. 20 million other white rappers emerge. So it's kind of like what the labels were thinking. Like, hey, here's a concept that works. Let's get a bunch of white rappers and just put them out there. You know what I mean?
Not really.
But then, as he goes on to say, but no matter how many fish in the sea, it'll be so empty without me. So,
Yeah, and there really aren't like who else is white and raps the way he raps
well, I mean,
and is
no,
big.
nobody raps the way he raps. There's a
Well,
little,
no, you know what I mean. Like there
yeah,
are other white artists who you would be like, oh, like they rap kind of. Like MGK was a white rapper and now he's doing like his like punk rock type music. So I can't
yeah,
really say he's a rapper anymore.
yeah.
Who else is there? Like G-Eazy?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot now. There's Mac Miller, Post
Well,
Malone,
not yeah.
Macklemore, you know,
Yeah.
all them. All right, we'll finish this
Post
up here.
Malone, kind of. I wouldn't classify them as the same.
Top of me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a top of me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
I think it just ends like that. I don't think there's
I
really
remember if
anything else at the end. And it just fades out.
it does fade. I didn't know if there was like a record scratch.
What was I gonna say? Why does he say kids at the end?
Because like he was saying, he's speaking to the kids, he's polluting the
Oh,
airwaves, he's
right.
there, he's on a mission, you know what I mean? So, kids. So, without me.
I
Now
know
that,
this song, I know the words to it. I know most of it, like you go breaking down the lyrics, I knew a decent amount, but also I only know the radio version.
yeah,
So like that diss to Obi, I did not know. I think there was another part that I did
but yeah,
not know. And I never really saw how good the raps and his verses were.
yeah,
Because I feel like when a I almost said when a radio's on a song, when a song's on the radio, like it just becomes like just like normal
yeah,
and like
nah,
commonplace and like you just hear it and you're like, yeah, I know the words. Like you don't even think about it. You know what I
no,
mean?
I
Like
do, I
I
agree.
never really saw the raps in the song or any part of the song as being like really like intricate and
Yeah,
like well done.
no, I agree. I think this is actually a perfect example of one of those types of songs that you're talking
Yeah.
about where it
Where
just,
you just lose
it's
the
so big,
technique and
you,
like the skill that went into it.
yeah, no, the rhymes are sick in this. This is, again, this is another song with me too. Like,
Yeah.
you forget until you listen to it, and then as we're breaking down the lyrics, it's like, holy shit, it's not easy what he did, you know what I mean? And
No,
it just sounds like he's
it
talking.
flows crazy.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah. It's a great song.
Yes.
Probably one of my favorites. I mean, I might be biased because I know it. Like, I
Yeah.
guess one of my favorites, hiccups, one of my favorites on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it one of your favorites?
It's up there. There's a lot. There's a
On the
lot on this album.
album.
Yeah, no, I
Oh,
know. I love this album.
all right.
I'll have to
So,
say
yeah, you'll see.
yes. All right.
See you tomorrow.
See you.
Like and subscribe.
Yes. Bye bye.